When she was about a month to 2 months old, she kept getting an L-shaped bruise on her cheek in the same place. It kept going, then coming back, and going and coming back. So the midwife offered us an appointment at the doctor's to see if she got any blood clotting issues. So we was like, yeah, fucking too right. Went in there because we couldn't tell them where this bruise come from. They automatically escorted us out. And she just went in hysterical. You know, I took the phone and I went, what the fuck do you think you're doing? Didn't know who it was. But I heard the conversation. I heard what he said. I snatched it off her and I said, what the fuck do you think you're playing at? When I come and find you, I'm going to smash the fuck out of you. You know, I was banned to see my own daughter had contact. This went on for a year and a half, through whole of 10 and all the way to 2011. Had no job, lived in the middle of nowhere. And I had 2 cars that were broken down. I don't know what I did. I went AWOL. I lost the plot. I don't know what I did. Don't know what I did. I don't know what I said. And that's what they used against me in the court of evidence in the county courts. I don't know what to do. I've been accused of fracturing my daughter's ribs. I don't know who to go to. My solicitor tells me that I'm better off, for the sake of my daughter, to plead guilty to it, or to admit to the offence that they're accusing me of, just so that my daughter don't get adopted. You know, the mum's got the chance of getting her back. She could get adopted if you delay this case any longer. So I was manipulated into fucking not pressing or not appealing it. So therefore, I felt like I've basically admitted to it. And the next thing you know, I had a phone call about a month later. But for my little one to come back home, Angela, my ex, had to prove that she can self-sustain herself and, you know, support herself. So I left her the house. It's near where I go every weekend, you know. And I used to go there a lot when this shit happened. I used to go there a lot on my own. I come from a background where my mum was a bit abusive. So we didn't have family to go to. 6 months later, she got the little one back, and then I had to go to the Crown Court up for GBH. And well, what about me and my daughter and my kids? Because you have to deal with that with social services. I go, well, they're the ones that are accusing me of fracturing my daughter's ribs. They're never going to fucking let me see my kid. And that's what happened. I got my ring back. You know, the dad ring that you get from your child, it says dad. They tried making out that was what the shape of the L-shaped bruise come from. And, you know, the hardest thing is not knowing what fractured my daughter's ribs. I have ideas, but I can't prove them. When people fuck me over, I've had to learn how to be better than them, be 10 steps ahead of them. You know, I've had my nose split open, I've had my teeth kicked out, I've been beaten up many times for apparently being a child abuser. And that's to the people that I used to call friends that also supported me for the whole entire thing. But because I know I got along in life and moved on, jealousy comes and fallout happens. Oh, you abuse your children. Me having a warrant out in Scotland for run over my ex. But, you know, it's shit, because I've always been open on this. You know, everyone I meet, any woman I meet, I always tell, and some women just like, nah, I'm not interested, which I don't blame. I can't argue with that. But that fucking puts me off women completely, you know. You know, honesty is what women cry out for, men. And when you're honest, you get thrown in your fucking face when they don't get what they want. Every fucking time. My eldest daughter's mum being a lesbian, she walked away and she got pregnant and went with a girlfriend. Now that was the fucking start of the shit. 2008, 2010, my second child born. My third child was forced on me. She, I don't know how it happened, but she was forceful and she got pregnant. The last one, she begged me for a child after 3 months of being with her, so I pushed her away. A few months later, back together, and she took the pill. She tricked me, but, you know, it takes 2 to tango. I should have worn protection, lesson learnt. And ever since then, I've never got anyone pregnant. So I learnt the hard way. So I had 2 childs I was baby trapped with, and I don't get to see none of my kids. Being around children on my own, that was a panic. But you know what? I got myself around that one by being a school bus driver. That fucking worked well for me. And my licenses for being a school bus driver and for the special needs just ran out last 2 months ago. Scottish Aberdeenshire ones. So those that keep saying, oh, you're a child abuser, your history. Well, why do I go through all my CRB checks fine? You know? But that doesn't need to be said much anyway, because it never really gets pulled out other than those who really know the fucking case. So, you know, once I tried to do something stupid, and my best mate at the time, Martin Lowe, stopped me. What did he do a year later? Commit suicide for the similar reason. I know that for experience, because that's what my mum was fucking like. Blaming me for being on them when I was only like 7 or 8 or 9 year old. But anyway, That's just a taste of bits of my past, you know. That's why I always says no one, and I mean no one, is ever going to stop me from being on the streets of London. You know, I've got nothing else to lose other than the future of my kids. So no matter what anyone does or fucking says about me, I've overcome my anxiety without any help. I did get tablets for it, but I went through it about a month and it made me worse. It gave me panic attacks, the shakes, I couldn't sleep. It made me very suicidal. I threw them in the bin. I've never been to the doctors ever since 2013. Never. That's where my passion comes from when I'm on the fucking streets and I see the police acting out of cunts, because I know what it feels like. So it's been a hard fucking 15 years, which is why I keep saying online.